Hello, today is Sunday, September 17th, 2017. I'm Sharon Dingus, and I'm here to share with you another ray of light. I'm coming to you from Acres for Art and Enlightenment, home of AwakeningLight.net and Red Dog Creations Art Studio. So I am here. It's again a Sunday morning, beautiful Sunday morning, and this is my first venture here. I am at the Hagen Oaks Farmers Market in Bakersfield, and it's at the Kaiser Permanente parking lot, and it's one of several farmers markets in the Bakersfield area. And my experience today, as well as my experience yesterday when I was up at the Kern Valley Pride Day, so it was all about cleaning up the Kern Valley, having pride in being a member of the Kern Valley community, so Kernville and Keysville, that area. I think it's Wooford. I might have the name of that wrong, but near Lake Isabella, near the Kern River in the Sierra National Forest. So what came to me is it's so amazing what a group, and even just several people, like-minded individuals, when I took a look at the tarot today, it reinforced it, is the whole think globally, act locally. So when you take a look, we have the World card, and we also have that very pick up the baton, Son of Wands is with us in this particular spread. And what I see and experienced yesterday and saw, so the Kern Valley Pride Days was all about 30 years ago. Someone had the idea of let's have a day to celebrate and take care of our community, to be a very visual representation of it. So yesterday was the 30th day of it, and I'm wearing my t-shirt. But it was so fantastic. So the group that I volunteer with is the Keepers of the Kern, and that's a relatively new organization, but it was started by folks who grew up, Barb Hinkie and her Rex Hinkie, people who Rex, I think that's your last name. I'm wrong. I might be wrong, but siblings who grew up alongside the Kern River. And I've talked about Barb in the past, and just such a neat experience. But what I see so much, and it's so funny because Bakersfield has this red eye, or this black eye, of people like, oh my God, that's such an armpit. I'm like, no, it's not an armpit. There's certainly some negative aspects of it, but what I see is a bunch of beauty. I see people who care about where they live. I see people who care about the environment, who care about one another. And coming to this farmer's market, the term locavore, you've heard of like omnivore, herbivore, carnivore, all that. Well, locavore is someone who chooses to eat locally or source their foods locally as much as possible. And what I experienced here today, and hopefully you can see that okay, is these farmers. So a shout out to Ecocentric Farms, a shout out to Autonomy Farms, two women-owned farms in the Kern County area, who are several of those who are making a difference in what they do. And aquaponics, hydroponics, actually more aquaponics for Ecocentric, and then Autonomy Farms is the organic farming culture, both with produce and with grain-fed, locally sourced, humanely treated critters. And people come to this farmer's market and they are purchasing those items. It's a fun place to be. Boy, you can eat. My God, there's samples of delicious, juicy sweet peaches. And you stop by the guys who are the hummus chips, the pita chips, and they're amazing spreads. We have you ever heard of a Pepito spread? Oh my gosh, Pepito butter rather. So I had to get some of that. I picked up some organic garbanzo little chips. I picked up lovely produce. So very excited. And the other thing that I found is an LBS, a local bike shop, who's actually, I think he's a one-man band, but it is Grizzly Bicycles, and he is a mobile bike repair. So when I took my fat tire bike out for the first time, I learned that there's spiky things that will puncture your tires even if you have a fat tire bike. and apparently they're known locally as goat heads. And so when I walked in the entrance, lo and behold, right at the beginning was this lovely bike guy. So after I did my shopping and went back home, picked up my bike, came back, and right now he has my bike. They have this gel that they put in the tires so it will seal the punctures. So I'm so excited to be able to bike again. I had a one-time bike ride, and the local vegetation took it out, both the front and the rear. And these are fat tires. These are knobby tires, and those little buggers just punctured it. But I knew that I needed to talk to someone local about what was going on, and they would be able to tell me. So again, as I am at this farmer's market, it's very exciting because I do get to see how people are interested in their local community, and families come here, couples come here, individuals come here, and it's a place for socialization. It's a place for having breakfast, having great coffee, had a lovely fruit parfait type of thing, and just had a wonderful time. It was great to get out. The weather is very pleasant. And so it just reminds me that each of us makes a difference. So everyone who's buying produce here is putting in a vote for their local farmers, whether they're certified organic or whether they are using organic principles, because it takes a while to be, excuse me there, didn't mean to bump that. It takes a while to be certified organic, but to follow those organic principles is so very important. And each one of us who votes with our shopping dollars for something like this particular event, and each person who decides that, you know what, I am going to pick up my trash, I'm going to take a trash picker with me, I'm going to leave where I went cleaner than when I arrived, each one of us who does that makes a difference. Thank you for taking the time to watch. I send you blessings, love, and light as you go about your day today.